What if I told you that there is an ancient secret that can completely transform your home and your life? Can you imagine what it would be like to wake up every day in an environment that energizes you instead of exhausting you? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. In Eastern culture, keeping your home organized isn't just about cleaning, it goes much deeper than that. They believe that clutter blocks positive energy, hinders prosperity, and even affects our physical and mental health. And look, after studying these principles for years, I can assure you that they are right. Have you ever noticed how you feel when your house is a mess? That heavy, tired feeling like everything is harder? This is no coincidence. The mess around us creates mess in our minds too. And today, you will discover how to break this cycle once and for all. In this video, I will reveal 10 ancient secrets that can revolutionize your home. You will learn why accumulating things attracts stagnant energy and stagnates your life, how to renew the energy in your home every day, and most importantly, how to apply this philosophy to your routine starting today. The information I'm going to share here may seem simple, but it has the power to transform not only your home, but your entire quality of life. If you don't apply these principles, you'll continue to live in an environment that drains your energy instead of strengthening you. So stick around until the end, because the last tip is the most powerful of all. Tip 1. The 5-minute daily rule. The first thing you need to understand is that organization doesn't happen overnight. Eastern people have a very interesting philosophy about it. They believe that small, consistent actions create big changes. And the first rule they follow religiously is to dedicate just 5 minutes a day to tidying up the house. It doesn't seem like much, does it? But think about it. How many times have you put off cleaning something because you thought you didn't have enough time? How many times have you accumulated clutter because you thought you needed free time to organize everything? This mentality is exactly what keeps our homes always disorganized. When you dedicate just 5 minutes a day, something magical happens. Your mind stops seeing organization as a chore and starts to see it as a natural habit. It's like brushing your teeth. You don't think twice about doing it, you just do it because it's become automatic. In practice, it works like this. As soon as you wake up, even before having breakfast, you choose a corner of the house and spend 5 minutes tidying it. It could be the kitchen table, the sofa in the living room, or your dresser in the bedroom. The important thing is that it is always at the same time, and that you respect the time. 5 minutes, no more, no less. What happens is amazing. Within a week, you will notice a huge difference in the energy of your home. Within a month, your visitors will comment on how tidy your home always is. And within 3 months, you will no longer be able to live in a mess because your body and mind will be used to harmony. This technique solves the biggest problem for those who want to keep their home organized, which is procrastination. When you know that you only have 5 minutes, there is no excuse. It doesn't matter if you are tired, if you got home late from work, or if you have guests coming over. Everyone has 5 minutes, and those 5 minutes will multiply into hours of well-being throughout the rest of the day. Tip 2. The power of clean entry. Now I'm going to tell you something that may seem simple, but that makes all the difference in the world. In Eastern philosophy, the entrance to the house is considered the mouth through which all energy enters. If this entrance is messy, dirty, or blocked, the good energy cannot circulate through the house. And look, this makes perfect sense when you stop and think about it. How many times have you arrived home tired and the first thing you saw was a pile of shoes scattered around, keys thrown everywhere, bags on the floor? How did you feel at that moment? Probably even more tired, right? This happens because our brain registers the mess as yet another task to be solved, even if unconsciously. Eastern people treat the entrance to their home as a sacred temple. They always keep this space clean, organized, and free of obstacles. And this is not superstition. There is a very practical logic behind this. When you arrive home and find the entrance tidy, your brain understands that this is a place of rest and peace. It's very easy to apply this to your home. First, remove everything that shouldn't be in the entryway. Shoes go to the shoe rack or a specific corner. Keys have a hook or basket just for them. Bags and backpacks have their proper place. Second, keep the floor always clean, and if possible, place a nice rug in the entryway. Third, and this is very important, never leave objects piled up at the entrance. Mail, shopping, umbrellas, everything must have a specific destination as soon as you arrive. The entrance should be a space for transition, not for storage. The benefits of this simple change are incredible. You'll notice that you come home feeling more relaxed, that your energy levels improve as soon as you step inside, and that even the problems of the day seem lighter. Visitors will comment on how good it feels when they walk into your home. And best of all, you'll naturally develop the habit of keeping the rest of your home tidy because it all starts with the entrance. Tip 3. The art of letting go of the unnecessary. This tip will really move you, but I need to tell you because it can change your life. In Eastern culture, there is a very powerful concept that says that every object you keep without using is draining your vital energy. Does it seem like an exaggeration? Then listen to me until the end because you will change your mind. Think about your home right now. How many things do you have stored away for months or even years without using them? Clothes that no longer fit, kitchen utensils that you never use, books that you will never read again, decorations that no longer bring you joy. Each of these objects is taking up not only physical space, but also mental space. You know that heavy feeling you get when you look at a closet full of stuff? Or when you open a drawer and find everything mixed up? That's not laziness. It's your brain asking for help. It's spending energy trying to process all that visual information, even if you don't consciously realize it. Eastern people practice detachment as a form of energy cleansing. They believe that when you get rid of what you don't need, you make room for new and better things to come into your life. And look, this isn't just philosophy. There's a scientific explanation behind all of this. I'm going to teach you how to do this the right way. Choose one room at a time. Never try to do the whole house at once. Get 3 large boxes or bags, 1 to donate, 1 to sell, and 1 to throw away. Now comes the important part. Take each item in your hand and ask yourself a simple question. Have I used this in the last 6 months? If the answer is no, that item goes in one of the 3 boxes. Be honest with yourself. That piece of clothing you've been saving for 2 years, thinking you'll wear it one day, you probably never will. Those old papers you think you might need, if you haven't needed them yet, you won't. That piece of jewelry you've been saving because it was a gift, if it doesn't bring you joy, you don't need it. The result is immediate and transformative. Your home will be lighter, easier to clean, and more organized. You will feel freer, lighter, as if a weight had been lifted off your shoulders. And the most incredible thing is that you will start to attract better things into your life because you have created space for them. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, take advantage now and click the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell because I always bring content that will transform your home and your life. And leave a comment telling me where you're watching from. I love knowing where my dear subscribers are. Tip 4. The daily energy cleansing ritual. Now I'm going to reveal a secret that very few people know. In Eastern tradition, there is a daily cleaning ritual that goes far beyond sweeping the floor and dusting. It's an energetic cleansing that completely renews the vibration of the house. And the most interesting thing is that you can do it in less than 10 minutes a day. Have you ever noticed how some environments instantly make you feel good, while others make you feel heavy and tired? This is no coincidence. Every environment accumulates energy throughout the day. The emotions we feel, the conversations we have, even our thoughts are impregnated in the space. When you don't do this energy cleansing regularly, your home will become increasingly heavy. You may keep everything clean and organized, but you still feel uncomfortable at home. It's as if there's an invisible fog that makes everything more difficult and tiring. The Eastern energy cleansing ritual is very simple, but extremely powerful. First, you open all the windows and doors you can, even if it's just for 5 minutes. The fresh air carries away all the stagnant energy. Second, you sweep or vacuum the house always from the front door outwards, as if you were pushing the negative energy away. Third, and this is essential, you clean the surfaces with intention. It's not just mechanically wiping them. As you clean, you visualize that you are removing all bad energy and attracting lightness and prosperity. It may seem silly, but our intention has a power that science is only beginning to understand. Fourth, you use elements that renew the energy of the environment. It could be natural incense, a candle, or even a glass of water with coarse salt that you leave in a corner of the house for a few hours. These elements help to neutralize heavy energies and renew the vibration of the environment. The fifth and final step is to give thanks. That's right. Thank your home for sheltering, protecting, and welcoming you. This simple act of gratitude completely transforms the energy of your home. Your home will no longer be seen as a place of obligation, but as a sacred refuge. When you do this ritual daily, the results are impressive. Your home will have a much lighter and more welcoming energy. You will notice that you sleep better, that you feel more energetic, and that even your family relationships will become more harmonious. And the most incredible thing is that all of this only takes a few minutes of your day. Tip 5. The A place for everything technique. This next tip will change the way you organize your home forever. And the best part is that once you apply this technique, keeping your home tidy will become automatic, almost effortless. In Eastern philosophy, there's a fundamental principle that says that every object should have a defined home and always return to that home after use. You know that feeling of always looking for things? Where are your keys? Where are your scissors? Where did you leave your cell phone charger? This happens because most people don't have a specific place for each item in the house, and so the objects wander from one place to another, creating a constant mess. When you don't know where things are, your brain spends a lot of energy trying to remember them. It's like having a program running in the background of your computer, constantly consuming memory. You may not realize it consciously, but this constant searching leaves you mentally tired and stressed. Eastern people solve this problem in a very clever way. They define a specific place for each type of object and make sure to always return things to the right place after use. It seems simple, but it requires discipline and a little initial planning. I'll show you how to do this step by step. First, make a list of all the items you use regularly in your home. Keys, documents, cleaning products, kitchen utensils, beauty products, medicines, everything. Second, define a logical place for each category. Keys always on the same hook near the door. Medicines always in the same cabinet. Beauty products always in the same drawer. Third, and this is crucial, label things if necessary, at least in the beginning. It may seem like overkill, but it really helps to create the habit. Fourth, establish the golden rule. Once you use something, put it away immediately. Don't leave it for later, don't just put it somewhere temporarily. Use this golden rule religiously. The transformation this technique brings is incredible. You will never waste time looking for things again. Your home will naturally become more organized because each object has its rightful place. You will feel calmer and in control of your life. And best of all, when other family members also follow this rule, harmony in the home increases a lot because no one will have to keep asking where things are. Tip 6. The secret of empty spaces, get ready. Because this tip goes against everything you've ever learned about decorating. In Eastern culture, empty spaces are just as important as occupied spaces. They believe that emptiness allows energy to circulate freely throughout the home, bringing peace, mental clarity, and even prosperity. And look, once you understand this concept, you'll never see your home the same way again. Most people are terrified of empty space. They think they need to fill every corner of their home with something: furniture, decorations, plans, pictures, everything to ensure there is no empty space. But do you know what happens when you do this? You create a visually cluttered environment that tires your mind and prevents energy from flowing. Think about your home right now. Are your desks always cluttered with objects? Are your bookshelves overflowing with stuff? Are your walls covered in pictures and decorations? If so, you're creating an environment that, even though it's clean and organized, could be leaving you mentally exhausted without you even realizing it. Easterners practice what they call environmental breathing. They purposely leave empty spaces on tables, shelves, walls, and even the floor. These empty spaces act as visual pauses that allow our eyes and minds to rest as we look at the space. Let's get down to business. Choose a table in your home that is full of objects. Remove at least half of these things, leaving only the essentials. You will immediately notice how the space becomes lighter and more breathable. Do the same with your shelves. Leave empty spaces between the objects. You don't need to fill each shelf completely. On the walls, apply the less is more rule. Instead of hanging several small pictures, choose one or two larger ones and leave some space around them. The visual impact will be much stronger and more elegant. On the floor, avoid placing too much furniture or decorative objects. Leave clear paths and open spaces for energy to circulate. The effect of this change is transformative. Your home will feel bigger, more luxurious, and much more peaceful. You'll feel calmer and more focused when you're at home. Your mind will be able to truly relax because it won't be bombarded with visual information all the time. And get ready, because people will start complimenting you on your tasteful decor, even though you have less stuff than before. Tip 7. The magic of nighttime cleaning. This tip here may be the most powerful of all because it works with something that science has already proven. Our subconscious never stops working, even when we sleep. In the Eastern tradition, there is a nighttime organization ritual that prepares not only the house, but mainly our mind for a restful night's sleep and a much more positive awakening. Have you ever noticed how different it is to wake up in a tidy room versus a messy room? In the first case, you feel more energetic and optimistic. In the second, you wake up feeling heavy and lazy. This happens because our subconscious mind records everything that is around us, even when we are asleep. When you go to bed leaving the house in a mess, your brain understands that there are still pending tasks. Even while you sleep, a part of your mind is worried about these unresolved issues. The result? You wake up more tired, even though you got the necessary hours of sleep. Eastern people discovered thousands of years ago that doing a little tidying up before going to sleep is not just a matter of organization. It is a way of programming the mind for complete rest. It is as if you are telling your subconscious that everything is taken care of and it can relax completely during the night. The nighttime ritual is quite simple, but it needs to be done consistently. Before going to bed, spend just 10 minutes tidying up the main areas of the house. Start in the kitchen, wash the dishes in the sink, put away the utensils on the counter, and quickly wipe down the surfaces. A clean kitchen before bed is a guarantee of a more enjoyable and peaceful breakfast. Then go to the room, arrange the sofa cushions, put away any objects that are out of place, quickly fold any clothes that are lying around. Finally, tidy your room. Make the bed if you haven't already. Put away your clothes and leave the bedside table clean with only the essentials. While you're doing this quick tidying, remember that you're preparing your home to receive positive energy during the night. It may seem silly, but our intentions enhance any action we take. Always end by being thankful for another day in your home. The benefits are immediate and long-lasting. You will sleep much better with a calmer mind. You will wake up feeling more energetic and optimistic. Your morning will start much more harmoniously because you will not be faced with the mess from the previous day. And little by little, your whole family will adopt this habit because they will notice how the energy in the house becomes lighter and more welcoming. Before I move on to the next tip, I want to tell you about something special I prepared for those who want to go beyond this video. It's a complete guide with organization secrets that completely transformed my home and can transform yours too. The link is in the pinned comment, and for a limited time, I'm offering a special discount for channel subscribers. Now let's continue with the next tips, which are some of my favorites. Tip 8, the power of natural elements. Now I'm going to reveal something that may sound too mystical, but it has a very solid scientific basis. In Eastern philosophy, natural elements such as plants, stones, water, and wood are not just decoration. They are natural energy purifiers. that completely transform the vibration of any environment. And modern science is proving many of these benefits. Have you ever walked into a house full of plants and felt an immediate sense of well-being? Or visited someone who had a water fountain in their living room and felt more relaxed? It's not just you. Natural elements really do have the power to change the energy of a space in a measurable way. Plants, for example, do much more than just decorate. They purify the air, increase humidity, absorb toxins, and even produce negative ions that improve our mood and disposition. Some plants, such as snake plant and peace lily, are especially powerful in clearing the energy of heavy environments. Stones and crystals may seem like superstition, but many of them have proven physical properties. Quartz, for example, is used in technology precisely because of its energetic properties. Placing some natural stones in strategic points around your home can help balance the energy of the environment. Moving water, like a small fountain or even an aquarium, creates negative ions in the air that make us feel calmer and more relaxed. It's the same effect we feel near waterfalls or the ocean. You can create this effect at home with very simple elements. Natural wood also plays an important role. Solid wood furniture, bamboo utensils, and wooden decorative elements create a connection with nature that our brain interprets as safety and comfort. This is why homes with a lot of plastic and synthetic materials often feel cold, even though they are beautiful. To apply this to your home, start small. Choose an easy care plant for the room you use most during the day. This could be a fern in the bathroom, a succulent in the kitchen, or a snake plant in the living room. Add some natural wood elements like a bamboo salad bowl, a wooden picture frame, or even a small bench. If possible, include a water element. This could be a small aquarium, a tabletop fountain, or even a pretty bowl of water that you change regularly. And try placing some natural stones in strategic spots around your home. You don't have to believe in mystical properties. Just notice how these elements make you feel. The result is a home that breathes life and naturalness. You will notice that the environment becomes more welcoming, more alive, more harmonious. Visitors will comment on the positive energy in your home, and you will feel more connected to nature, even though you live in the city. Tip 9. Organizing natural cycles. This tip will revolutionize the way you think about home organization. In Eastern wisdom, everything in nature works in cycles, and our home should follow these same natural rhythms. Instead of trying to keep everything the same, you can learn to organize your home following the cycles of the seasons, the moon, and even the days of the week. Most people try to force the same cleaning routine all year round, the same objects in the same places, the same decorations all the time. But this goes against the natural rhythms of life. In nature, everything has its time to grow, flourish, bear fruit, and rest. Your home can also follow these cycles in a very natural and beneficial way. Fall and winter, for example, are the ideal times to do some deep cleaning, organize your closets, and get rid of objects you no longer use. It's a time for reflection and introspection. Your home should reflect this with warmer colors, cozier textures, and fewer decorative objects. In spring and summer, it's time to renovate, air out, and bring in lighter, more colorful elements. It's time to rearrange furniture, swap curtains for lighter fabrics, add new plants, and open the windows more. Your home should breathe lightness and vitality. In addition to the seasonal cycles, you can follow the lunar cycles to enhance your organization. The new moon is ideal for starting new organizational projects. The waxing moon is ideal for continuing and expanding these projects. The full moon is ideal for doing deep energy cleansing. The waning moon is ideal for getting rid of what you no longer need. The days of the week also have their own specific energies. Monday is ideal for planning the organization of the week. Tuesday is for carrying out tasks that require more energy. Wednesday is for maintenance and adjustments. Thursday is for finishing projects. Friday is for doing light cleaning and preparing for the weekend. Saturday is for more laborious organization. Sunday is for resting and giving thanks. To put this into practice, start by observing how you feel in each season. What kind of environment makes you feel most comfortable in winter and in summer? Adapt your decor, colors, and fabrics to reflect these natural changes. Don't be afraid to change the arrangement of your furniture a few times a year. Also, observe the moon cycles and try doing certain organizing tasks during specific phases. You may be surprised by the results. And most importantly, respect your own rhythm. There are days when you are more willing to organize and days when you just need to keep it going. Both are important and necessary. When you align your home with natural cycles, everything becomes more fluid and harmonious. You stop fighting against your own nature and start working in its favor. Your home becomes a living, dynamic reflection of your energy, always in balance and transformation. Tip 10. The secret to daily gratitude. This last tip is the most powerful of all, and it may seem too simple to be true. But I guarantee that once you start practicing it, you will understand why Easterners consider gratitude to be the most effective tool for maintaining a harmonious and prosperous environment. Gratitude has the power to transform your relationship with your home in ways you never imagined. Think for a moment about how you talk about your home. Do you complain about its size, location, age, or furniture you'd like to replace? Or do you acknowledge and be grateful for having a roof over your head, a safe place to rest, and a haven for your family? The way you think and talk about your home directly influences the energy it emanates. In Eastern culture, the home is seen as a living being that responds to our emotions and intentions. When you constantly complain about your home, you are feeding it with negative energy. When you are grateful and acknowledge its good qualities, you are nourishing it with love and positivity. And this is reflected in everything, from the way you take care of your objects to how you feel when you are at home. Daily gratitude for your home doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. It can be a simple thank you whisper when you wake up, acknowledging that you had a good night's sleep. It can be a moment of appreciation when you're washing the dishes, giving thanks for having a functional kitchen. It can be a smile of satisfaction when you look at a room you've just tidied up. But to further enhance this practice, Eastern people have a specific ritual that I highly recommend. Once a week, take a walk around your home as if it were the first time you were seeing it. Look at each room with eyes of gratitude. Be thankful for the walls that protect you, the windows that bring in light, the furniture that serves you. Recognize each object that makes your life easier, the refrigerator that preserves your food, the stove that heats your meals, the bed that provides rest, the sofa where you relax. Each of these items represents comfort and ease that our ancestors did not have. This perspective completely changes our relationship with our home. While you're on this gratitude walk, take the opportunity to have a mental conversation with your home. It may seem strange at first, but treat it like a faithful companion. Thank it for sheltering you, apologize if you sometimes neglect it, and promise to take better care of it. This emotional connection transforms your home from a mere physical space into a true personal sanctuary. The impact of this practice is profound and lasting. You will notice that you naturally take better care of your home. Organizing becomes easier because you are doing it with love, not obligation. Small problems are solved more quickly because you are paying attention. Most importantly, you develop a sense of abundance and satisfaction that is independent of the size or value of your home. We've reached the end of another video, and I sincerely hope that these 10 Oriental tips transform your home and your life in the same way they transformed mine. Remember, organization is not about perfection. It's about creating an environment that nourishes and strengthens you every day. Eastern wisdom teaches us that our home is a reflection of our soul. When we take care of it with love and intention, we are actually taking care of ourselves. Every tidy corner is a little piece of our inner peace. Every object in its place is a step towards harmony. Don't try to apply all the tips at once. Choose one that caught your attention the most and practice it for a whole week. Then gradually include the others. Remember, small, constant changes create big transformations. This is how it works in nature, and this is how it works in our lives too. I want to hear from you. Which of these tips are you going to start applying first? Let me know in the comments which one caught your attention the most and why. I love reading each message, and I always respond when I can. Your experience can inspire other people who are watching. And if you haven't joined our channel family yet, now is the perfect time. Click the subscribe button and activate the notification bell. Every week I bring content that will transform your home and your life in a practical and simple way. These are tips that really work, tested by me and by thousands of people who have already applied them. Here is a special challenge for you. For the next 7 days, practice at least one of these tips every day. At the end of the week, come back here and tell me in the comments how your experience was. I'm sure you'll be surprised by the results. Your home deserves to be a place of peace, energy, and prosperity, and you deserve to live in an environment that inspires and motivates you every day. With these ancient Eastern techniques, this is not only possible, it is inevitable. You just need to take the first step. Thank you so much for watching this far. It shows that you are truly committed to transforming your life. See you in the next video with more secrets for creating the home of your dreams. Until then, practice these tips and get ready to experience the transformation that your home and your life deserve.